The long wait is over. We're sat around the Seder table finally. We've made Kiddush, and we've dipped our piece of potato in salt water and had a little bite to eat. And we reach the next part of the Seder. We take our 3 matzahs, take the one from the middle out, and we break it into 2 parts. We put the smaller part back between the 2 matzahs, put the bigger part aside for later for the afikoman, to eat after the meal. And the question is asked, why do we split the afikoman in half? Why do we split that middle matzah in half? What's going on with that? If we look at the Seder, the Haggadah, that portion where we split the matzah in half is called yachatz. Another time where we see the word yachatz is with Yaakov. When Yaakov hears the news that his brother Esau is coming with 400 officers, a grand army to battle against Yaakov, Yaakov prepares for war. The Torah says, "Vayachatz es ha'am asher ito." He divides the people that are with him. When a person is in a perilous situation, when a person doesn't know the future, the survival instinct kicks in. You want to preserve. You want to make sure there is a future. So what do? We split. Yaakov, when he split his group, he said, if Esau, my brother, is going to come and attack one camp, at least the other camp should be saved. When a person is in slavery, they take their food, they break a bit off, we don't know where the next meal is coming from, we save a bit of food for later. At the beginning of the Seder, we are remembering what it is like to be a slave. We try and live what it is like to be a slave. We split our matzah in half. We put aside some for later. And that is what we are doing. We're trying to relive the feeling of not having enough, of being a slave, of needing to put aside some for later. What is interesting, though, is that we put the bigger part aside for later. We keep the smaller part for now, and we put the bigger part aside for later. Why do we do this? Why are we putting aside the bigger part for later? Take and imagine a hermit sitting in his cave up a mountain, all by himself. He's been there for many, many years. Goes foraging for berries and an occasional bit of protein. He's got his well, he's got a spring of water which runs past his cave. He's all by himself, secluded from all other people. And one day, as this hermit is sitting down, enjoying his wild berries and water, he's contemplating life. And he thinks to himself, you know what? I think I would like to rejoin society. It's getting a bit boring up here. I've had a lot of time to think, and I've thought it's been good. I would like to come with everyone else again, like to be with other people again. So, what's he do? He can't just jump straight back into society. It'll be a bit weird, a bit awkward. He takes his card, which he'd hidden secretly in the corner of the cave, finds an ATM somewhere on the edge of the local city, gets a bit of cash out, goes to the barber shop, maybe gets a haircut, has a shower in the local public restrooms, the local gym maybe, cleans himself, buys some fresh clothes even. Slowly but surely, he develops himself, he refines himself as part of a society. And as this hermit, this person is doing this, he realizes something. He realizes that, yes, alone I am fantastic, I'm great, look at me. But with other people, I'm so much better. There's so much of life, so much more of life that I missed out on by being by myself. There's a little part of me there. But the bigger part was missing. On the Seder night, we have an expression, Matkil Bignut, Messiah Mishvach. We start off talking about the bad parts of our history, how we used to be idol worshippers, we were slaves. But we finish off the Haggadah, we finish off the Seder, recognizing that we joined with God, became one nation under the leadership of Hashem. Starting from the lowest of places and finishing at the top. And just like this hermit who realized that after a very slow procedure, he's missing so much, the bigger part of his life was missing. That should be us over the Seder night. Slowly but surely, step by step. Realizing that yes, right now I am a great person. I'm starting off in a fantastic place. But slowly, step by step, realizing there's so much more I can be. Every person is created with a soul from God and with limitless potential. The greatest part of me I can still find, no matter where I am up to in my life, there's still a much greater part of me to find. And that is why I take the bigger part of the matzah and put it aside for later. So I'm starting off here now with something. It's not nothing. I've got something, but it is a smaller part. It is a lesser me. And if I really go through myself, look into myself, look at what I'm doing, look at my life, look at who I am, I'll see there's so much more to me. I'm a much bigger, much greater person than I could have ever realized. And it's my prayer, my blessing, that this year over Pesach, and as we go through the Omer, time of contemplation, time to think, we really take that opportunity to grow, to become so much better than we can ever imagine ourselves to be. Shabbat Shalom, Chag Sameach.